Hello and welcome to the Real Talk and Revenue podcast with myself, Francesca the accountant, and Jordan the therapist. This was our first podcast live experience with an audience and workshop. We hope you can attend the next one. I hope you enjoy this episode, and it is sponsored by Quirk, your personal branding agency. Tune in where we talk about self-awareness and believing in yourself. God. Right, what does it look like on the camera, Bella? Do we look like a pair of dicks?
No, it does look quite good, actually.
You're the only person who requested the beanbag stay in the room.
No, I know, of course I am.
Well, it was like we didn't have a choice, did we? It was either that or the floor because.
How little you are.
I know. Do you know
She's
what
so
I feel
little.
like? Hannah, you'll relate to this with a 2-year-old, but I feel like something out of In the Night Garden, like.
Teletubbies. Right, we're live. We're doing a podcast live. Do you want to shout in the background? Hi. It's like a studio audience.
I
I'm
know.
loving it. So this has been a vision to do a live, hasn't it, for ages? And
Yeah.
we've said, ooh, could you imagine built a bit of a community? So our vision is to get bigger and better.
Yeah, run
events, bring a community together,
Yeah.
do more podcast live experiences, open discussions, and all be yourself as such.
Yeah.
So self-awareness.
Yeah.
Do you think many people are self-aware?
I think being self-aware is becoming increasingly more popular. Do you know what I mean? People are becoming more aware of like psychological health, mental health,
Yeah.
and I think when you're in that you have to reflect a little bit more. So I think more people are becoming more self-aware, but I think sometimes people think they might be, but it's superficial. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're willing to reflect on a bit or a small part of your life. Maybe you're willing to reflect in work and kind of dive deep there, but
Yeah.
there's often a lot of stuff that we don't want to share or put out there, or we feel shame around, and I think that
So
can
true.
block
Embarrassed of yourself.
self-awareness and beliefs,
Yeah.
which obviously we'll talk a lot more about. So yeah, I think it's hard to say like, are a lot of people self-aware?
Because I definitely wasn't in my 20s.
No,
I was
no.
insecure, felt pretty ugly, which sounds so sad.
Yeah.
And obviously, as you grow and develop, you learn that it doesn't matter what you look like as such, and be who you are.
Yeah.
With social media as well, it is difficult to put yourself out there, because I
Yeah.
still worry about the ex-boyfriend and the ex-colleagues, but I still do it anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I do it, you have to be brave,
Yeah.
but self-awareness helps in your business life, personal life. You find out your strengths and weaknesses, be open to what your strengths and
Yeah.
weaknesses are, you'll develop faster.
Yeah, it just helps globally, I think, because the more it's about knowing yourself, isn't it? Self-aware. So the more you know yourself, the more you can show up confidently.
Yeah.
I think there's the knowing yourself, and we speak about this a lot. And then there's being like honest about who you are. Like we talk a lot about like not really liking drinking, and that's just something that we talk about a lot because it's deemed weird at certain areas of your life. So to be like, oh no, I don't want to drink, depending on what circle you're in, is like, oh, you're weird, you're so boring. I got called boring 2 weeks ago.
Oh no, you messaged me, didn't you?
Yeah.
I got called
and
boring.
we spoke a bit about it,
Yeah.
didn't we?
It's like,
So
who cares?
it's being honest with yourself, isn't it? And like, getting to know yourself and then confidently showing up as yourself. I like 2 things. I think the first step is just like being honest. Like, what do I actually like? What do I enjoy?
What are your values?
Yeah, what are my values, which we'll be looking at
I need
later.
to ask them this actually. So does everyone know what we mean by what your values are? Like, what do you want out of life, basically? What do you believe in? What do you stand by? Do you get that? Because it took me ages to like even know that was a thing.
I think it's one of those things, values, where a lot of us think like we've got a sense of it. We're like, yeah, values. But then if we were to say like, okay, like tell me what your values are, that'd be really hard to articulate, I think, for many of us. So one of the exercises we're going to be doing here today is around just like getting a bit of clarity on like themes of our values, what they might look like. Because again, if you know your values, you can set your goals in alignment with those, and you're more likely to want to be drawn to them and go towards them as well, rather than being like, oh, I think I want to earn loads of money, and that's fine. I'm not knocking that, by the way. Like, earning money is fantastic.
Yeah.
But then just doing something because you think it's going to earn you money, rather than being like, I want to do this because I love it, and therefore I want to make money from this because it's valuable.
Yeah.
Two separate things, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, values, I think it's a bit murky water at times, isn't it?
I've only just discovered, I think, recently, my values.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think sometimes even now I think like, where am I at with my values? You know, I just want to sit down and like figure out, like, am I moving towards or away from some of them?
Yeah.
And they'll change depending on what season we're in as well. Like, some of us are in seasons of parenting small children, so values might be a little bit, off
so
balance.
hard when you've got small kids.
Yeah, yeah, and I think sometimes as well, we spoke about this a lot. There's shame around admitting what your values are, because for some people, like, career might be more exciting than parenting, but they might not want to say that in a room full of people, like, depending on where you are.
I was the same.
Yeah,
I felt embarrassed that I kind of wasn't the typical school mum. So when I used to drop Bella off, sorry, I hate actually Bella watching this, to be fair. It's so weird. But I used to be the school mum that would run in and run out. I wouldn't be hanging around having a cup of tea and whatever else and talking about the morning. I was always on a mission, and I used to feel guilty that I wasn't a hang about school mum sort of thing. I never felt, and it's okay that I didn't want to cut and stick and do baking. Sorry, Bella, I didn't like it. And it took me a long time because I felt like I had to be more at home, because that's what my mum did, I suppose.
And that's a prescribed societal value, isn't it, that's often placed on mothers. So again, when we're looking at values, we need to kind of like clear out the bullshit of what's like prescribed and what society kind of like puts on us, and be like, because some people might think like, yeah, that's important to me, but there's like a dissonance between that and what actually they care about. So just to be able to be like, yeah, no, do you know what, I don't enjoy that, and that doesn't make me a bad mum, so absolutely adore my kids. And that, like, love isn't measured by how many cups of tea you're having at school, or how many arts and crafts you're doing. Like, it's demonstrated in many different ways. So
it's so true. And what you see on social media and telly, I laugh.
Again, prescribed things on there, isn't
They give
there?
you
like,
a perception of people, doesn't it? So, for example,
Yeah.
this is such a bad example. I'm going to give it anyway. I love watching Love Island.
Yeah.
It's
no
so
secret.
It's so.
My boyfriend's Olivia.
Oh my god, I'm watching that as well. Bella's started it. It's like ridiculous, isn't it? But Love Island gives you a perception of, because you used to say to me, don't romanticise stuff as such. That's not a fairy tale.
I can't remember that, but
Yeah,
it
you
sounds
did.
like something
I felt like a Pretty Woman. I felt like, right. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I want the fairy tale. But it doesn't happen unless you make it happen.
Yeah, and
you
also,
say what you
again,
want.
it has to belong to you, not other people. So again, if you talk about weddings and relationships, it's like, okay, you get with a partner, you're together for X amount of time, then you get engaged, and, and then you do this and that, and the wedding has to look like this, or it's not good enough. And it's like, no, what do you want? What's your ideal? Let's strip away that.
Yeah.
And sometimes, because I always say to you, like, well, why?
Yeah.
Like, why do you want that? It's okay if you do, but why? Like,
exactly. And I'm like, I don't know, I'll just do it. Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah.
But Love Island, I sometimes watch it and go, God, the boys are so romantic. And I look at Steve and I'm like... But obviously...
From Love Island around like this whole big deal about
getting a girlfriend. And
he's asked me to be his girlfriend, or she's asked me, and it's just like, oh my god,
it's
not
like
a
school,
marriage
isn't
proposal.
it? It's like
We've had a few dates, are we going out now?
Yeah.
It's like everything is
Yeah.
a big event.
So what is it? Exclusive then boyfriend, or is there something, a step that I've missed? There's a step. I'm sure there's a...
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
You need to watch Love Island. Love Island. Now I'm watching Married at First Sight currently as well. Just started. It's so cringe. I don't know why I watch all these love stories.
We like the drama of those things, don't we? But I think we do have to be careful in not like thinking that's actually how the world operates. And again, like, it's a completely different thing. But I think how we're conditioned to think like what love looks like is also very like skewed.
You have to work at a relationship.
90s rom-coms have done that for us all as well.
That's what you were saying about like parenting and stuff, like when your children get older, so I've got two, like an 18-year-old daughter and a 20-year-old son.
Yeah.
Watching those programmes is a way to connect and sort of like talk about relationships and how is that acceptable behaviour, is that not acceptable behaviour. Like that Bad Boyfriends, I mean, some of the girls are just stupid, what they put up with.
Oh, it cringes me.
And I think, like, I would hate, I just think they've got such low perception of themselves
100%,
that they think that is acceptable behaviour. And I just think you're going to go through life always just accepting that because it's good enough and it's not okay.
And it's not good enough.
I'm sat here smiling because I think that was me once upon a time with those women.
Yeah.
There's a 19-year-old
excuses.
girl who's with the boy and he's just, it's just...
That 19-year-old boy.
And
he's not even good looking.
She saw him on camera, like, snogging two people in one night, and she's still there.
Yeah.
I guess that goes back to your values, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It all comes back to your values.
It does.
I think sometimes you really realise that until you get older. Like,
It's so true.
Yeah.
So
Some
true.
people know straight away, don't know what the values are when you find them, but I didn't until about a year ago.
That's it.
And it'll change again in your 40s and it'll change again in your 50s.
It gets clearer as you get older.
Yeah.
It
You definitely
does.
get more vision of what you want and what you're not willing to put up with.
Yeah.
I do think that the teens now, the late teens, my daughter's 19, and she is just like so much stronger than I ever was at that age. And I was a mum at an age. I had a 1-year-old son.
Wow.
But she's like dead, strong-minded, strong-willed, like got a boyfriend. If he doesn't like do what he's going to say to you, just ignore him and blank him for like 3 days. She's just so strong.
There's a far more boundary there.
Yeah.
They have to be, don't they?
Yeah, and there's the language and awareness around it where there wasn't, like, you know, in previous kind of years. But again, like that, the behaviour that, like you say, I know, not in an unkind way, where you say, like, they're just stupid. Like, it does come across as that. It's wild, isn't it, what people accept for themselves. But if, again, we'll look a little bit on the surface at, like, belief systems and how you view yourself, as we all know, and what we believe, your blueprint of relationships that you've been around and things like that, that will inform, like, what we accept and what we don't, and, like, the boundaries we put in or we don't. So it's so self-awareness is so important, and, like, younger and younger, if we can get younger people to be more self-aware, like, it's great, isn't it? Because then they're going to show up with self-belief and, you know, like, considerate of other people, but also not accepting things that, you know, aren't good for them, or, you know, just deserving better.
Yeah, because getting more self-belief is an uncomfortable journey.
It's hard.
Feels horrible.
Yeah, it's
because you're
really
coming away
hard.
from those that don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
You've got to be strong on the toxic people and not be people pleasing.
Yeah.
Oh, I best see them because I haven't seen them for ages. Even
Just being
family
honest
members.
with yourself. That's it. The obligation to, like, maintain friendships and relationships. Being honest with yourself and being like, I don't like that person, or like, I'm only maintaining that friendship or relationship because I feel bad.
Or
it's always been there.
At school.
Yeah, and it's like, well, where's the value? Is it serving you?
Yeah.
It's okay to just step away and be like, do you know what? Like, seasons and reasons, isn't it?
Oh, I love your little saying. Seasons and reasons.
Thank you.
I love that. What was the one? Another level, new devil, another level, something like that.
New level, new devil.
That's it.
I
New
heard
level,
that somewhere.
new
I think I
devil.
heard that on a podcast, so I can't claim it. I can't remember which one though.
No, it's yours. New level, new devil. It's yours.
Plagiarism.
So what we're saying with new level, new devil, anytime you do something hard, there's always something else.
Well, I think we see things like a golden ticket, don't we? We're
Yeah, I
like,
love a golden ticket.
when I get there, that's it. I'm just going to be so happy.
I just want to earn
All
£1
my
a month, I
worries
remember saying at one point.
We'll melt away, yeah. But actually, when we enter into, like, a new phase, there's always going to be a new challenge, isn't there? Or, like, you're facing a bit more pressure if you've got, like, an employee promotion, or you've taken on employees, or you've got a massive client. Yeah, it's great, but then...
The pressure.
But there's a new devil, isn't there? There's a new
Yeah.
challenge because there's pressure. Or it might be internalised, or it might be external, or you're like, oh, well, now I've got to put in more hours. So there's always something. But I think if you can see it as just like a challenge and, you know, like, move into it with, like, a better energy, then...
Yeah, or reassure yourself.
Self-kindness, because I think
Yeah.
along
Compassion.
the journey of growth and everything, I've reached points where I'm like, oh my god, I am so broken.
Yeah.
This is going to take years
Yeah.
to undo all of this shit. I can't believe I'm this broken. And then actually there's that self-kindness and compassion as you're going along. So
Yeah.
like, you don't have to fix it all in one day.
No.
There's a lot of
Exactly.
conditioning to unwind.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of things that we can learn and grow. So
Yeah.
kindness. Because self-awareness is great, but it gets to the point where you're like, I'm so aware of how I'm in my own head.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so much to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
We're
like you
always
say,
developing, aren't we?
yeah, self-compassion is so important. And again, it's just not something we're taught.
Calling all business owners, especially in the legal and finance space, it's time to find your voice. I'm so excited to announce that our podcast live sponsor is, drumroll, Quirk. They help you to speak up online because many business owners shy away from representing their brand, and they help you to navigate your voice and your message. This is marketing, but for you as an individual. They want people who already have established businesses but want to have an established presence online beside that.
Especially in, you know, there's cultural elements to this where, you know, with like British culture, it's like, don't be big-headed, don't be egotistical, like you've got to be modest, don't brag about your achievements. You go to America,
no.
it is a different attitude, like
I wanna be in America.
cheerleading, talking about what they're doing. And we do need more of that because there is this then again, this like kind of impressed, like conditioned rule that we shouldn't like talk too much about ourselves and what we're doing, like that's and again about
I
money.
battle with this every day.
Money, yeah. Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not good
But
to
it's
talk
also-
about money.
It's also be less impressed, more involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
yeah,
I think that's important.
yeah,
Don't stand on the outside of it, be impressed by it.
yeah, no,
Get involved
exactly.
in it.
Exactly.
Step into it.
The less
Yeah.
you judge others, because we all judge,
Yeah.
but the less we can go, oh, are they posting that? It stops you from posting your own content
yeah.
deep down because you are looking at others going, oh, they're showing off their car. Now I'm like, look, I want them to show their car. I want them
Yeah.
to show their house.
Yeah, a little house
Looking
I
at
get
tour.
the same comment off everybody at the moment, but it's said in two different ways. Depends
Okay.
on people. So,
So-
it's, you've really changed.
Yeah.
And it's either, oh, you've really changed, like they love it for me.
Yes.
Or it's, you've really changed.
Yes.
Because I'm not doing what they want me
Yeah.
to do anymore because I've got boundaries.
And if you look at
Love
the
that.
types of people that
Relate to
are
that.
giving you those comments,
Yeah, go on,
yeah,
Alana, what you going to say?
I just said, or are they a bit jealous? And
Yeah,
Yeah,
the people do-
exactly.
yeah.
We'll give that,
Yeah.
you've changed. It's a bit
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
want to be what you're, I want to do what you're doing,
mm,
but I just am, or I'm more conscious about what people are thinking.
yeah,
And that's if you're happy in yourself.
yeah,
You're happy for other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas if you're not, that's where the jealousy creeps in.
100%, yeah,
Surround yourself with those people.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I've noticed with me as well, but when you develop or achieve anything, you can have days that you still don't feel happy
100%.
whenever you're
Yeah.
striving. So just say you took away your job and you're thinking, I don't want to do this anymore. You're still going to have a day that you're not happy just being at home pottering. You know, I sometimes wish for that. Steve, I'm just going to sell up and go and stay, you know, do nothing.
Yeah.
I genuinely want
Yeah.
to do that.
Sometimes the pressure gets
The
you,
pressure
doesn't it?
gets
And
to you, the
think, "It's too
fears.
much."
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
you
I-
just want, you crave a
I
bit
just
of that.
want- I just want more at the same time. It's like,
Yeah, but I think that's where it's just like knowing yourself, and also again like not having that all or nothing approach and being able to be like, right, what do I need right now? What do I need? And like again, it's all right to just stop and have a little pause. Just be like, okay, I'm going to take a day next week then to just potter or to just chill out, watch a bit of trash telly, and then I'll like enter the next day and see how I feel. Or you need a holiday. Do you know what I mean? Like for you
Yeah.
going on holidays before, it's been like, oh,
Yeah,
like I'm
then
going on, and it's like
yeah.
just go.
and then I'll go, right, I'm not doing anything. Then I'm like, social
Yeah.
media, I'm like, right, I'm going to vlog it, I'm going to video it. And Steve's like, here we go again.
Yeah.
Because I obviously thrive on doing
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But if you get in your own head too much, which I've definitely done with all the training I've done this year,
Yeah,
then you've got to catch yourself basically and allow yourself time off, because it's definitely helped me this year having
Yeah.
that mindset, and having breaks and whatever that
Yeah.
looks like to you. My break is watching Love Island, trash TV for an
Yeah.
hour. You know, but I do love working.
Yeah.
I do love talking about work, talking about money with Steve. That's why we work well together. That's why he's got the same values as me, because we both want to develop together.
Yeah.
Now, if you're with somebody or surrounded by people that are like, oh, sit down. Because I've been on a date before, honestly. I went on a date, Damon's, Lincoln. He started swinging, he was swinging on his chair at one point. I think he was a little bit younger than me, but not that much. He was swinging on his chair and he was like, oh, are you working again? Like when we was messaging. I thought, what am I doing? I can't have someone that tells me to not work or sit. What you laughing at? The fact that he's swinging on his chair. I thought, you absolute kid. And you know when?
No one swing on the chair today, please.
No, I'm not kidding. Adam,
Stop swiveling.
Oh, how dare you?
Something I might do myself.
Yeah.
Just don't go on a date with friends.
No, I've had some bad dates.
I mean, if that's the worst of it, you've come out unscathed. No, I'm joking.
No, I know. I didn't date for 4 years though. I remember like in my mid-20s when I went back to studying, I literally did not meet anybody.
Yeah, but again, if we
Worked
were
on
to look
me.
at your values at that time, like importance
what it was
of
at that
certain things, like
Passing my
sometimes,
studies and
sometimes we're just really going for one area,
Yeah.
and that's fine for a period of time. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then we might step out and focus on finding a partner, and then we might step out and focus on parenting, like, and the other bits we're still doing, but we're not like all in.
Yeah.
You know,
you can spread yourself too thin and do too many things at once.
you can,
which
so
is-
yeah, just having like a priority, and then, you know, things that have to be done or need to be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I say, we'll be looking at kind of like seeing what our values are and their importance and how in alignment we are with them at the minute a bit later on.
Does anyone like know their strengths and weaknesses? Have you like really thought about it? Do you know your area? Do you think about those sorts of things, like where you're good at, what you're not so good at, or do you just give everything a go because you don't like to give anyone else a go of it? You know, if you're building a team, for example, you think, I can only do that.
Bookkeeping is not one of my.
Yeah, so you outsource that very well. Some business owners will do that though because they just want to do everything themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're not self-aware enough to think, look, if I invested in,
Yeah.
it will come back around.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, but hiring an admin assistant. How's it?
Best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
You were terrible for doing everything yourself though, weren't you?
I've
God,
had 10 years of working on my own and working 70 hours a week just to
Yeah.
make everything work.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a control thing?
Oh,
Can't see
massively.
it,
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's here.
Very self-aware.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I hate to let go of anything.
Yeah.
Hate to let go of
You're not the
anything
only
because
one.
Yeah.
What if they don't do it how I would
Yes.
do it? What if they don't get the result that I would get out of it? Even down to, I've got another sort of member who works for me and she's great at what she does, but I know I give stuff to her and she loses that work. I would have got that work and I know I would have got that work, period. I don't, sounds really big, I don't lose work.
Yeah, I know
ever,
exactly what you're saying.
Ever. So I will just be whatever that client needs to win that work. And I think when you hire someone trying to mirror yourself, it's impossible.
It is,
You just
yeah.
can't do it, and you just have to accept. You know what?
People are
They're
different.
going to have their strengths, and they're going to do very well in that area, and you're going to have yours, and you've just got to
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
swallow the odd loss.
Well, it's the
Yeah.
same in my business, hiring people and allowing them to quote, and me knowing that I've got a set way of me doing it, and I can schmooze and I can say this and say that, but you've got to let them
Yeah.
learn.
They have to learn.
And they have lost clients. I think, if only I was in it.
Yeah.
But I can't think like that because I think, well, no, because that's not right. And obviously, I could be in the meeting and they say something that I wouldn't have said, and I'm like, but actually, it's fine because
Yeah.
we're all different.
Yeah, and you've got to trust as well that business will come back around. Like,
Yes.
you might lose a client, but like
Sometimes you want to lose clients.
sometimes
too,
you want
be
to lose
honest.
clients.
Sometimes you definitely will.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about you, Adam.
Name dropping. yeah,
That's the old era. That's the
it.
old era.
I know.
Brilliant.
Throwing that back in. So yeah, I can't remember what you asked people
I can't
now.
remember. Self-awareness, strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses. That was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I worked for a long time in a big corporation where we focus all the time on weaknesses. So every single year, you know, personal development plans, you were always like, what are you going to work on? And there was a period of time when one of the senior managers adopted a process called Strengths Finder. I don't know if anyone's sort of familiar with it, but it's all about celebrating strengths and playing to those strengths. And that was so refreshing for me, like, because I am a natural sort of organiser, planner and everything, and rather than that being seen as a strength, it was actually translated into a weakness, like you know, that I was sort of doing that too much, and it was a bit like, yeah, I get that, I do sometimes plan and organise the shit out of everything, and that stops me enjoying it,
Yeah.
but actually, how about harnessing that strength and utilising it differently? Maybe, you know, bringing some of my other team members along with me and that sort of thing. So I think the transition from constantly being reminded what you were doing wrong and how you're going to correct it to actually celebrating what you were doing right was a real step change in the culture.
So is that like a digital assessment type thing?
Yeah. It's a book. It's a little book, and then you do the thing, and you just and it's with all of these things, you know, with the sort of you know, the colours thing and all that. You do it thinking, oh yeah, just tick, 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 and the output it blows you away, doesn't it? How accurate
So
it is.
I went for a job where they used one of those as part of your assessment. It's an hour long.
Oh wow.
An hour long assessment of your strengths, your weaknesses.
Oh God, that must be hard to fill out.
It's awful to do anyway.
Yeah.
ADHD is strong over it, so
Yeah.
it's not something that I want to sit kind of doing. But I did it. The assessment basically everyone said I should not work in this industry, period. I'm 23 years in now.
It just shows you that, doesn't it?
At that point I was, I don't know, 14 years in or 12 years in or something. And pretty successful. You know?
Exactly.
You should not be in this industry was basically what it said at the end of it.
Yeah,
to the wrong person though that didn't have the confidence to be like, oh bullshit, like whatever, and move on, that could be like really catastrophic to someone's like trajectory or like career path, couldn't it? Like if you've not got the self-belief or you've not got the perspective to be like, do you know, it's not a one size fits all, so you can take your tool and shove it up your arse.
They knew me through reputation and went, well that can't be right.
Yeah.
If it goes something, you think, how much money did you spend on that? It's rubbish.
Yeah, but you have to see things, don't you? Like there are tools available, but they're just like part
That's
of
exactly
it.
what it is though, it's a tool.
Yeah, it's a tool, it's not a like...
And it's how you utilise it as well. So sometimes
100%.
people are hiding behind those tools to catch you out, and they use the tool as a reason to say no, whereas actually the tool is a vehicle to facilitate something better.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's the thing. Like, you know, how honest can I be? You know, am I masking what's actually the truth, or should I just, you know, answer it honestly, and the output will be the output?
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
It must be so hard to fill that out, your strengths and weaknesses, to people you don't know as well. I think,
Yeah.
like, oh, God.
And again, like if you're not kind of secure in yourself and clear on like who you are, I think we're often like filling out questionnaires, like really common things when people go to the doctors, and it's like, how much do you drink? People are like, what do they want me to say here? Like I'll just dumb that down.
Yeah,
like
I bet they do,
partners,
don't
how
they?
many people have
Whereas
you
I'm
slept
like,
with?
none.
Like dumb it down.
They draw a little halo.
Try an insurance application where everybody says, oh, I have a couple of drinks a week.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Have you ever
Recreational
smoked? No,
drugs?
never. Not one
That
single
sounds
time.
fun.
Yeah.
In 23 years, I've only had 3 people admit to that.
Oh,
Can you
really?
imagine how many hundreds?
Yeah,
Course,
literally.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that? I don't believe you, but okay.
Yeah.
You look the sort.
Imagine!
Pink eye over there, is it?
Yeah. As long as it's not on your medical record, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
So what else are we going to say about self-awareness to finish off?
I don't know, just,
Be self-aware.
be something, no.
It's a hard thing to do.
Well, speaking of tools, like, I think if you spend enough time around people that are growing and developing, or people that you genuinely feel energised by and you enjoy spending time with, like, you learn a lot from and by like who you spend your time with as well.
So true, and on social media influencers.
That
and
can tell you
things
a
like
lot,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say something. You know when it goes out your brain, and it was so good, and you just spoiled it.
So sorry.
It was to do with. Oh, that's it. I'm the sort of person, which is probably a little bit what you said about the weaknesses. Always, what can I do better?
Yeah.
What can I do better? I'll do that better next time.
Not better, differently.
Yeah.
Development not just about your strengths, like developing your strengths.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Developing those.
And it's okay for someone else to be better than you at something.
Yeah.
Because I remember a guy editing a video of ours. I'm not going to name names as such, but they were so offended that he edited it rather than looking at how better it was, because they were better at everything. And I think if you're in that, that's the really dangerous space to be in, because you'll never grow and develop in anything, to be honest. Because you're always thinking you're better than everyone.
I think it's having one thing of knowing your values and your strengths and your weaknesses and your self-awareness.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's got to be applied.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to have the confidence and you've got to take the action. And even when that's really hard, I made a life-changing decision.
I know you
A
did.
couple of months ago, I really didn't want to do it, and I had to. I just knew I had to.
Yeah.
You know, so it's about knowing what's best for you and having the confidence to do that, and people won't like that.
No.
And, you know, people will talk bad about you because you've made that decision.
It's uncertainty for you as well, isn't it?
You've just got to stand by it and go, it's okay, I'm me and I'm going this way.
Yeah.
Everything
It
else
takes guts, that,
It
because
does.
a lot of people are just put up, they don't know any better, feels very uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and who knows what's going to happen next. Or you always, like for breaking up in a relationship, for example, I always used to think, well, they're going to meet someone first, or how's that going to feel? Oh no, I don't want. It's
Don't
almost a
wanna be on
case you
my
don't want them
own.
to be with somebody else,
Yeah.
in case they're better than you.
Yeah.
That's really bad on your self-confidence. I'm not like that as now. I would never
No.
think like that, but I genuinely did.
But again, I think like that's where the most important thing is, like having the confidence to be honest with yourself, like to just be honest and acknowledge like I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, I don't want to be in this job anymore, or I don't
Yeah.
want to work in that way anymore.
Or with that person, or
Yeah,
might
like
break
whatever
up.
it might be, just be honest with yourself, and then like work your way up to being able to make decisions based on that. Because I think it's hard, but you sleep a lot better at night knowing that you're kind of not lying to yourself, than like upsetting other people. We don't like it a lot of the time, but
I'm very much a person who's like, I really want you to do well and wish you well, but over there.
not really. Thank
I
you.
just keep me people around me, but not a lot of people have got that self-awareness and you know, emotional capacity to not take it to heart. And
definitely.
You know, to not go, right, that's just their decision and I'm going to respect that.
Yeah.
It's like, not everything has to be animosity.
No,
So
it
true.
doesn't. It doesn't.
I never ever want an animosity. I'm just like, no, this is about me. It's about you.
That's it.
Yeah,
exactly.
but no breakup goes well, does it really? You can, I don't
I
think
suppose
I've
it
learned.
depends, doesn't it? It's hard.
Okay.
But
Yeah. But you've just got to play uncomfortable for a while, and a lot of people avoid that because it doesn't feel nice. But if you can be more uncomfortable in life, it really does help.
Yeah, tolerate uncertainty and
be
you'll
resilient.
be a lot more flexible. Yeah.
And on that note, we're going to
Yeah.
finish the live here. I can imagine that didn't record. We're just going to do it all again. We're just going to do it again.
I know.
Yeah. And I do all the same thing again.
I know. You're like, think the worst. It makes me prepared. It does this and that. I'm like, no.
Yeah. I know. I'm terrible for it. I love it. I love a bit of catastrophising.
Yeah.